hello, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Welcome to Double9Radio. How are you doing today?
Hello. It's afternoon, right? Good afternoon.
It's evening. But do you know what?
Is it evening?
You know, it doesn't really matter because we have people listening in from all over the world. So we always say good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Exactly.
Because everyone
so as long as there's good.
Yes, as long as it's good. Yes. Amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, I love her already. Do you know what I mean? I'm sure you're thinking, oh my gosh, what's happening here? I was a bit nervous at first, but I said, you know what? I'm just going to take my time because she's amazing, she's wonderful. But I'm sure you're wondering, who's Double9 talking about this evening? Who is this lovely lady with this lovely, beautiful voice? And she speaks like she's singing as well. What can I say? She's amazing. Who do we have on the show this evening?
Hey, I'm good. How are you? All that hype for me, I feel so special. Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. I don't think that was even enough. But I'm sure my listeners are wondering, who is this amazing lady on the show? Who do we have this evening on Double9Radio?
Sorry, I can barely. Can you come again?
Who do we have on the show today on Double9Radio? Who?
Her name is Evelle. She's a singer, a songwriter, a performer. Name it. Everything entertainment in one person.
Amazing.
I think I do a terrible job hyping myself.
No, you're doing amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Evelle. She's got great talent, does great things, beautiful inside out as well. Always amazing to have a conversation with as well, and do great things. Evelle, I want to say a big thank you for coming on the show this evening.
It's a pleasure. Trust me, it's beautiful to be here.
Fantastic. I'm sure my listeners are, they're so eager to find out more about you as well. But, if anyone wants to ask you and say, Evelle, I've heard the name, I've heard the music, I've seen her perform as well.
Yeah.
I've seen her do, beautiful things, off air and on air. If anyone wants to ask you, who is Evelle, what would you say?
I'd just say Evelle is that girl who is basically doing what she totally loves to do, singing. She's a vibrant, colorful, youthful, playful, amazing, beautiful human being.
Amazing.
Ready to just, evolve and do what she came to this world for, basically.
Look at that.
Basically just doing what I love to do.
Exactly.
Yeah, and inspire.
She said it as well. Amazing, beautiful, inside out. I've only spoken to her a couple of times, but, I can feel the energy, the great energy coming from her as well. But Evelle, thank you for...
Thank you.
Thank you for telling us a bit about yourself there. So what inspires you? What inspires Evelle, to carry on with that great smile you always have on your face and always that great enthusiasm? What inspires you?
People inspire me. I love to be around people a lot. I love to learn from people. My experiences inspire me. Yeah, people inspire me first of all, because I write based on what I see and what I experience. So basically, people inspire me.
Amazing.
Yeah,
I
think
it's
people.
Good. It's
yeah.
good. People inspire you. That means your inspiration is always infinite because you're going to meet different people all the time. And
yes.
Yes, and taking that positivity from every encounter you meet, every encounter of a person, it's always been positive. It's amazing. Hopefully, maybe this encounter as well could inspire you to bring out something beautiful. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I can inspire you this evening. Who knows? But
that's definite.
Fantastic. But I always wondered something. I know you've been doing music. You mentioned there, when you want to write music. I think that's quite amazing. But what inspired you to start singing? Was there a performance that you saw on TV or you went to a concert and it just blew your mind and was a eureka moment and say, wow, this is what I want to do? What actually got you into, songwriting or performing?
So I started singing when I was 5, actually. I used to watch my dad sing in a traditional band growing up as a kid. And I just fell in love with music. And I remember then we had a little girl on TV when I was very little who was a superstar at the time. Our superstar, Benita Okoje, I can't forget. The moment she comes on screen, My dad sends to me, where is baby? Because they used to call me baby.
Yeah.
And then everybody's looking for me. Where's baby? Come and see, come and see. And then I go to the front of the screen and I watch this girl sing and dance and do her thing. And I'm just inspired. And I could dream and just see myself on stages and stages. And that's where, I think that's where my love for music started, really.
Amazing.
Apart from the fact that my dad used to be like in a band, you know, growing up. I have a very, very musical family. So yeah, they inspire me as well, big time.
That's really good.
They inspired me to start doing music, yeah.
That's great. So there was that wow moment was when you saw that beautiful young lady performing online on TV as well, which is something you might be inspiring others doing as well. Because when you're on performing and doing your thing, I'm sure you're inspiring quite a lot of young females out there as well. So 5 years old, you've been singing. That is quite amazing.
Yeah. I started singing in church. I started singing in church at 5, and then everybody around me they realized that I really love music, and it just lights me up. Like, singing and dancing. Actually, I love to dance. I haven't paid much attention to dancing as much as I should, but I'm taking that up now because I realized that I love it.
Exactly.
I love to dance.
Amazing. That's really good. So in the entertainment industry, crazy industry sometimes, or amazing industry, who knows? But how long have you been in the entertainment industry now?
Professionally for 10 years now.
Wow. Seems like yesterday.
So before, just like yesterday. Before then, I've been doing a lot of other underground work, like doing backup for people, and in the studio writing for people, singing with a band, basically just doing other people's stuff. But for myself, professionally, I decided to take up music as a career 10 years ago, and I've been on it since 10 years now.
Amazing. So what were those early years like? Trying to find your feet in the industry, trying to understand maybe this is what you want to do. I'm sure you came across some challenges as well, and some great triumphs as well. How was that journey? How was it?
I think it would be a proper definition of roller coaster, because there were days I honestly asked myself, how far can you go, Evelle? How far can you push? Should we just settle now? Can we stop dreaming now? Or do we think this is actually achievable? And I think more than anything, one of the things that have really helped me keep pushing is the fact that I really believe in myself.
Yeah.
100%.
Amazing.
I believe in what I'm capable of doing, and I realized that the days that I stopped believing in myself were the days that I felt stagnant, or that I was actually stagnant because I wasn't pushing hard enough, or I wasn't just living in the flow. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's been the early stages of my career. Oh my goodness! I mean, when I won Nigerian Idol, it was pretty good.
Amazing.
It's pretty good. In fact, the moment I won Nigerian Idols, I felt, okay, this is it. I'm a superstar now. But the thing is, I was just starting my career at the time. It was just a door had just opened to help me start my career. It was just the beginning of, my career, and I thought I had it all. But life told me, no, hold on, you still have a whole lot to learn. And it's so crazy, because the more you think,
I mean, you're right.
The more you think you know it, the more you think you know it all, the more you have to think, oh my goodness, there's still a whole lot to learn. There's always something to learn. So I realized through this journey that you're never done. You're really never done. 100%. And you are only done when you decide to settle, It's crazy.
Amazing.
But it's beautiful. It's a really beautiful journey.
It is. I mean, look at Evelle today. You still do amazing things. I've listened to a copy of her tracks. I will be playing some of those tracks as well. And we'll be talking about that in a minute. But I want to, you mentioned Nigerian Idol there as well, 2014. It seems like only yesterday, when you won, when your name was announced, all that wonderful butterflies in your stomach, while you're waiting to be announced as the winner, and you eventually became the winner.
Yeah.
And that was it,
Yes.
How did you feel at that moment? What was running through your mind when you had that your name mentioned as the winner?
I think what really came to my mind was, oh my God, dreams do come true, because I remember seeing myself on that kind of platform. I remember just being there where I'm like, oh my goodness, like I actually have an audience, like for real, I have an audience and I want this money and I want this car and I have a deal, like it's really happening. I'm like, I didn't have to, all I had to do was just continue doing what I love doing. And right there and then I'm like, oh my goodness, dreams actually do come true.
Wow.
With a lot of work, with a lot of work and effort, though. But
yeah, with a lot of work. I mean, I think there were thousands of people.
Yeah.
I mean, that's quite an achievement as well. Coming through, there's thousands and thousands of people. And you mentioned something which is quite consistent. Hard work. You mentioned that earlier on the show. You mentioned hard work is very important as well, which saw you through, through the journey of winning this Nigerian Idol as well, and you kept it as well. But the question is, you mentioned it's been difficult. You mentioned that you've had to learn. It's been a roller coaster. But how do you stay consistent and make sure you're relevant? In today's music.
So basically, what I try to do for myself is make sure that I'm current with today's sound, because honestly, you don't want to get stuck in you want to keep getting better and better.
Yes.
So I think one of the ways I've been able to do that is make sure I don't listen to one genre of music. I listen to music. I'm one of those people that believe that music is a language. It doesn't necessarily have to do with the lyrics or the kind of beat or whatever it is. Music, you can communicate with anybody through music without even the lyrics. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah,
so music is a language, and the more you try to know more about music or widen your experience with music, the easier it is for you to, communicate through music. It's just communication. So the more you do it, the better you get at it. And stay on top of it.
I must agree with you. I must agree with you because the tracks we're going to be playing. During a break, where we go for a break in a minute. Network, Time to Shine, Kilimanjaro. I think you're moving the time or moving ahead of time as well. Thank you. That's quite amazing. Okay,
Thank you.
And now you're George on Amazing Voices Africa as well. How does that feel?
Yeah.
How does that feel? Tell me.
My goodness,
you went on the other side before. You were the other side. Where you're trying to, get the judges to look at you and like you. But how does it feel to be a judge on the other side?
It's not being so. It's not simple. I'm just gonna say that. It's really hard work. But the big thing is how you can defend that now. You have to judge people, but you have to consider the things that you went through on that stage when you were on the stage and being judged while judging other people. So it's a lot of very, strategic work, but it's beautiful because all I had to do was listen to good music and give my honest opinion. So it was a bit easier for me in that aspect. So I mean, it's a beautiful experience, and Amazing Voices Africa, really, it's a Pan-African show, which is really good for me. I really like the fact that it's a Pan-African show. Yeah. And I like the fact that the show is, it's a well thought of show. Like it came with a purpose, and it came to just sell authenticity. And I'm really excited to be a part of the show. It's second season. It's Ghana, it's South Africa, it's Nigeria, it's Kenya, it's Zimbabwe. And it just has a way of putting people together. I can't really place it. Like, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful show. I'm excited to be a part of it.
Amazing. I've watched a couple of the episodes.
And did you see the sound? The sound is the sound is top notch. The stage is beautiful. The lighting, everything is just beautiful.
Amazing.
It's beautiful.
I must say the production looks really good as well, and the acts that come on lovely. As well. The acts, I think, they're mind blown as well. I am so proud, getting that from Africa as well. I think you're doing amazing as well. I watched a couple of episodes where
thank you
been on there. Okay, let's talk about the great work you're doing. We've gone into your amazing kitchen, and you brought out some amazing tracks as well. So, Time to Shine. Tell me about that track, because I listened to that track. I had to replay it twice. I'm like, oh my gosh. This is good. This is good. Time to Shine.
Kilimanjaro. Time to Shine.
Yeah, Time to Shine, Kilimanjaro, and that work as well. I think, they're amazing. And I listened to the covers you did as well. I mean, I don't want to say it. I'm whispering on this one. Maybe you did. You sang it better than the people. I don't know. I'm whispering. Can anyone hear me? No. I'm just whispering to your ears. So, yeah. Anyway, let's talk about
oh my God.
Time to Shine. And, tell us about that track, please. I want to know what inspired you, to write that song.
Time to shine, time to shine. I think, first of all, I like to say this, because I feel like I've really evolved at different stages of my life, and that's something I'm like always grateful for. I mean, to always have stages in my life where I actually grow. When I did Time to Shine, I was at a very, very, actually cried recording that song because I was at a very low point in my life.
Wow. So
I'm like, it's just a matter of time. The stars will align. Girl, calm down. Girl, you good. You're doing good. It's supposed to be a song to help me stay, focused. And that was exactly what it did for me. That song was it's a very personal song for me because it comes with a lot of memories. Hey, it's an amazing song.
No, it is.
It's an amazing song. Love it to bits.
I'm not just saying that because you're here. It is an amazing song. It is, because I didn't know the background to that. But now when you brought about context to that, now it all makes sense. It all connects together.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So Kilimanjaro.
Kilimanjaro. So we actually did Kilimanjaro in 2015. No, I'd done it 2012 first. And before I got signed, before I even became a solo artist, I did it with a group. But I laid the vocal. I recorded it in the studio for a company. And in 2015, I got signed onto this company, and the company decided to give me the song, as an artist. So I went back to reproduce the song because I wasn't very, very comfortable. I wasn't very satisfied with the production. And then went back to reproduce the song, and then we shot the video, and we dropped the video 2019. Yeah. So Kilimanjaro is a prayer song. It's just that song that says, whatever it is, like we all know that there's a source. We all come from a source. Yes. Like I believe, because I know there are people that don't believe that we come from the source. I believe that we all come from a source.
Yes.
And that song is just an expression. It's just something that
almost a reminder.
It's just a song that helps
where you come from. Yes.
It's just saying, if there is any source or anybody out there that helps you bring good tidings, that helps you bring good feeling, that helps you bring good vibration and good things, I'm waiting for mine. I'm still here, though. I hope you haven't forgotten me. I'm still right here.
Amazing. Yeah.
It's a very deep song. It's a really, really deep song. It's a prayer song. It's just a prayer song, and it's really deep. It's really deep. And the good thing about Kilimanjaro is you really don't have to know the interpretation of the lyrics to get connected to it, really.
Amazing.
It just takes you in easily.
Amazing. I'm sure, ladies and gentlemen, you can't wait to hear those tracks. So we're going to go for a short break and be back on the other side and find out more about the beautiful Evelle, who's, I told you, beautiful inside out. Amazing to have a conversation with as well. Listen to this beautiful track.
Thank you.
And shall be back on the other side. Make sure you stay locked on, stay locked in. It's your host, Double9, on Double9Radio.
Ready.
Welcome back to Double9Radio. It's 8/19/38/07/07/2021. My gosh, I was so much enjoying those tracks. I actually almost forgot to come back as well when I say it was so amazing tracks. There's 3 tracks from the amazing Evelle, who's doing great things as well. And oh my word, I can't wait to see her perform live. Pandemic, please go away. Let's be seeing amazing Evelle perform live as well. Evelle, amazing tracks, amazing work.
Thank you so much.
To listen to more of those.
Trust me, I'm itching to put stuff out right now, to put more music out. But y'all just stay tuned. I listen to my songs now because I've been working a lot, and I have like a couple of body of work, and right now I'm just thinking, which one are we dropping first?
Amazing. That's
and I'm listening to my. Is that what now?
It's a good place to be. You know, when you have, you know, music and you're thinking, what one am I going to go first? You know, that's really good.
Yeah, it is. It is. I listen to myself now. I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm really grown. Oh my God, is this really me? I feel like I'm gonna give people a bit of a shock out when I eventually drop my stuff.
Amazing.
So
how would you describe your music? How would you describe your music, Evelle? What description would you put on your music?
So I'd say soulful, connecting, interactive. It's just that kind of music that makes you feel good, but at the same time gets you thinking and gets you reflecting, you know.
Amazing.
Soulful music. I do all genre of music, but whatever genre of music I do, I make sure that it's soulful. I make sure that it hits the soul.
Yes, I would agree. I mean, the 3 tracks I played just a minute ago, you know, different flavors, but all amazing as well. You know, the last one, you know, very, you know, a bit soulful, a bit Afrobeat, a bit like, you know, got a mix of, you know, everything delicious, everything amazing, everything beautiful.
Oh,
as well.
I like the word delicious.
You're most welcome. Okay, you know, earlier on the show, you talked about your dad, you know, singing in a traditional band, you know, like a proper African band as well. But I mean, who would you say are your main musical influences?
There are a lot. Well, my dad, first of all, my dad, I'll give him that because, I mean, I never had a very good relationship with him growing up, but recently, about very short time ago, about 4 months ago, I went to visit him and I reconnected with him.
Amazing.
And I had him sing to me and I recorded him sing to me. And then I realized we had a whole lot in common.
Amazing.
Like a whole lot, you know. And first of all, I'll say my dad. Then I listened, as a teenager, I listened to Mariah Carey a lot. I listened to Angelique Kidjo as well. At some point, I listened to Beyonce. I just listen to music that gets my attention, really, because I like to pick things from everywhere. Because, you know, music is a universal language,
it is.
If you ask me. And yeah. So you never stop learning and you never stop. I don't have a particular genre of music or a particular person I listen to. I feel like right now I listen to myself more than everybody else because it helps me measure my growth.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. I mean, recently
I listen to every music.
You posted a video on social media when you met Don Jazzy for the first time. How was that experience? Tell us. How was it a scary moment?
So the thing is, when I was going there, I was like, because I really don't like being in spaces where I can't express myself or be myself.
Yeah.
And I was honestly thinking it was going to be one of those experiences where I'm just like sitting and trying to be calm and trying not to say too much and trying not to do too much but it was pretty really clear air around him that I didn't expect. So it got me really excited. I'm like, oh, really? You know, it was really cool and really calm and really free. Okay. And he would play with everybody that even came with. I'm like, okay, what's going on?
So are we expecting?
It's a good memory.
Are we expecting something coming out from that workshop soon? You know, because maybe
on Double9Radio. You already know.
We already know.
You already know.
Okay. We gotta keep a close eye on that because, you know, when he does something, I think he's kind of one of the best producers in Africa, or maybe, you know, top 10 in the world there, who knows? But I think he's quite a sort of great gentleman who's doing great things. Okay, so, you know, looking at your career, you know, you mentioned 10 years being in the entertainment industry. What would you say has been the most challenging aspect of your career so far?
I think it would be getting support in the industry. Because, you know, getting support and working with the right people, finding the right people to work with. Because really, you know, your music flies or your work flies better when you have people who believe in you around you and people who just listen to something and realize that, okay, this thing is good.
Yeah.
Let me help push it. You know, I think that's been the hardest thing and the most challenging part of my career. I know that I have good products, but like finding the best way or the right people to help me put it out. And that's something I've recently started conquering. So I'm very grateful for that. So finding the right people to work with. I remember when I won Nigerian Idols and I started, cause I started doing my own stuff just after Nigerian Idols, and I decided to put stuff out. And in my country, like you have to pay for everything.
I know.
You get what I mean? Yeah. Like, you pay and beg for everything. You pay and then you beg. If you don't beg enough, your money is gone, and nobody would apologize, and nobody. So it's a whole lot of, craziness. But I'm glad now that, finally finding my voice and finally finding my way in the industry. Yeah.
Amazing.
I'm glad.
Amazing. Okay. I mean, industry is always like that, isn't it? Sometimes, but it's something that takes a while. Sometimes you get in there, and everything falls into place. But I think you're doing amazing, because a lot of people who've gone through the same process you've gone through will probably have given up. But you stuck at it. You're consistent in what you're doing. You're paying a lot of, paying attention to what you're doing, and a lot of hard work as well. But if you were to look,
and then also I feel, sorry, I'm not cutting you short. I also feel like one of the hardest things to do was finding myself as well. And it was hard for me to find. It was hard for me to, because as an artist, I feel like if you don't find yourself before the music, before doing that music, then you're not putting something right to the world. And you're not, how do I put it now? Like, I listen to some of my old stuff, and I have songs that I really can't play to people because I realize that they're not me.
Wow.
So I had to find myself as a human being first.
Yeah,
then I had to go on a spiritual journey as well, just to find myself, and then make up my mind on what I really want to put out to the world, or what I want to be in the world, not just a singer.
Amazing. Okay, thank you to everyone who's sending questions in. We shall be asking a question before the end of the show. Number again is 074-956-36899. Phone lines are open. You can't call in if you want to speak to the amazing Evelle as well. She's here to talk to you. Amazing. She's a judge on Amazing Voices currently. Maybe you want to judge her as well. Maybe you want to tell her about something. Who knows? But don't be, harsh. She's amazing. She's beautiful. So just maybe,
thank you.
Good comments as well. Okay, Evelle, if you could look back and say, you know what, I want to have a conversation with my younger self, what would that conversation be?
I think that conversation would be you. Just be you. Just be you. Like, people would get angry anyways. People would talk anyways. You can't please everybody, because people are at different stages of their life. They can't be on the same level with you mentally or emotionally. So you would definitely meet different people at different stages, and you can't expect everybody to be pleased by you. So just be you. Be unapologetically you. Be authentic, because that's the best way to move faster and get closer to your purpose, or get closer to what you're supposed to be doing, or get closer to happiness, or even be happy. Because until I realized that, I couldn't be peaceful. I mean, I'll go out and play and dance. I'm a very positive person. I'm very optimistic. So you never see what I'm going through, or you never know what I'm going through. But I used to go, I remember I used to go out, play, dance. And honestly, in that moment, I am very happy, because I love to be around people. And then I'll go back home and I'm really sad.
Wow.
And honestly, you can't put yourself out to the world. Is there any English as authentically?
Yeah, we just accept it. Yes, you can't. Yes, we accept it for today. Yes.
Yes. You can't really put out anything to the world authentically if you are not yourself.
100%.
If you're not happy. So I had to learn. I'd say this as well. Love yourself.
100%.
Because 100%. If you're not right, I hear this thing a lot. You can't pour from an empty cup.
Of course.
So make sure you're listening to yourself and refueling, because you're giving, as artists, we're giving out to the world. We are constantly giving out. So we have to check ourselves to be sure that we are refueling and all right, because it takes you being all right to be able to push positivity to the world.
Amazing.
And that's what I'm about.
Amazing. That's great advice there for any young artists listening in as well, make sure you're all right. Make sure you're 100%. And because that's where you can be your creative best as well. Okay, we're going to go to the questions that have come in. The first question is from Kemi in East London. Says, if you could open a show for any artist, what would it be?
If I could open a show for any artist?
Yes.
Oh, did she say one artist?
Have you got quite a few?
Oh, my goodness. Quite a few. I mean, I dream of meeting and doing a song with Beyonce. Hey, I like vibe with her 100%, 100%. You know, I do stuff with Burna Boy as well. I really respect his work. You know, I do stuff with him as well. Totally open the show for him because I vibe with him as well. I mean, I do stuff with John Legend, with Alicia Keys. You know, like, the list goes on. It goes on and on and on. You have no idea.
Amazing.
It goes on and on and on.
Okay, another question from Tammy in Hampstead says, if you could change anything about the music industry, what would it be?
If I can change anything about the music industry, it would be to make it easier for artists to do the kind of music that they're comfortable with. I mean, I'm talking about music industry in Nigeria because that's really the industry that I'm familiar with. Yeah. It would be to empower artists to how do I put it now? To empower artists to be able to do the kind of express themselves exactly the way they want to express themselves, and also to empower artists financially. Because trust me, if you're not an A-list, B-list artist in Nigeria, you're probably going through a whole lot. People don't see it. People come at you because they see you on screen all the time. They think you're okay, but people are going through a whole lot. So.
Wow, hopefully you've not lost her there as well.
And it's hard if you're struggling and trying to make music. That's something. That's a lot. That's one thing I would change in the industry.
Great, fantastic. We have another question. I'll take this will be the last question for today. James says, what's been your most proudest moment of your career so far? The proudest moment.
The hardest moments of my career?
The proudest moment.
Proudest moments of my career?
Yeah.
Hey, getting called for Amazing Voices Africa.
Yeah.
When I got called to be a judge on Amazing Voices Africa. Hey. I don't have the words to express it, but that's actually my biggest, proudest moment. Yeah.
Amazing. Okay.
There's been a couple. I mean, there's been a few. There's been winning AMVCA. There's been Nigerian Idol. There's been performing at the Martin Luther King's in Harrisburg. It's a whole lot. But you see, being a judge, because it went a long way to make me realize that I am being appreciated and my work is seen. So yeah. That's my proudest moment.
Amazing. Okay, thank you very much for that. And a big thank you to everyone who sent any questions today. I love you all for always being part of the show.
Thank you.
But before we end the show, I want you to tell us something. You know, we can check this. You know, we can check this. We have our sources as well. So, Evelle, please, we can check this again. I repeat. So, tell us a fun fact about yourself that no one knows, exclusively live on Double9 Radio.
Okay, so it's a lot of sides to me that no one knows it, but I think very soon will. I'm a very, very funny person. At least I got to realize that lately.
Okay.
That I'm very funny. I love to cook. I love to cook, but I love to watch people eat my food and give me reactions.
Amazing.
I love fashion, and I actually design outfits.
Oh wow! Okay.
I make and I act quite good too.
Wow, she's multi-talented, ladies and gentlemen. Here you go. Oh, great fun.
Yeah.
Amazing, Evelle. this evening as well, exclusively live on Double9 Radio. Evelle, it's been amazing. It's been great. It's been wonderful. I've had such an amazing time as well. I don't want to let you go, but I have to. But, you know, I'm sure we'll find a way to get you back on the show because I've had such an amazing time talking to you this evening.
Thank you so much. I had fun too.
Fantastic,
I had a lot of fun.
Fantastic. So we should be expecting some great things coming out, you know, of your workshop, of your kitchen, of, you know, great tracks like the ones we've just played as well. I'm anticipating that. I know it's coming. I know it's coming.
No, it is coming. Just watch out. I can't put out dates yet because I need to wrap up a whole lot before I do that. So, I mean, y'all just, you know, stay with me. EVELLE music on Instagram. And then I'll dish out one or two every time. Yeah. Yes. Thank you so much, Double9.
It's been amazing.
This is a wonderful opportunity.
Have a great evening. And I wish you a great best luck, more awards, more wins, more greatness in the future. Evelle, it's been amazing.
Thank you so much. Thank you.